we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone, powering his way forward.
And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12.
Take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Prescott to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. The slot man in motion right.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
2nd down, here's Hurts.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Looks like they'll move things around here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
They run with a veteran here. It's Rashad Penny. He'll take this to the 46. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Prescott. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott off play action.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's the veteran. It's Ronald Jones.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
In there to drop it for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean. An outstanding play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
3rd and
3rd and 12.
Here's Prescott.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. There he goes, left side. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
This 2nd and 4. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get this out wide to Penny.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Down inside the 10.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
Swift is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. To throw is Prescott. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Even though they were stopped before the first down marker, well-executed run there by the offense.
It certainly was, and the best part about it, it opens up other plays, especially the play-action passing game. Because if you can sell the run, that brings the linebackers up, and you can throw over the top of them and in front of the safeties.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. So signals the referee as they're going to convert by about a yard there on 4th and 5. Big conversion.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The Cowboys at 11-1 now on the year. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit, because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win, to run off this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Prescott now.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 21-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
73.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hurts. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Micah Parsons.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Prescott on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
On the move to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down, here's Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Micah Parsons, his second sack of the night.
I like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Prescott.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, 34 yards.
And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime It's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Watkins in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Again, that's Watkins. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
63.
On 1st down, Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard.
A big play there for Philly. 44 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here's Swift.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them. But we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cowboys 11. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
To throw is Prescott.
Drops this underneath for Pollard.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
KaVontae Turpin.
58 yards.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Here's Prescott.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing is Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have it in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Philadelphia, it's